Hello there, and welcome to the show, and welcome to Andy Shed Live. It may look a bit different today because we are using a different system here today. We're using Streamlabs here today to connect, shall we say. It's just going to be a short show today, just to tell you that really there's not been a great deal happening this week, believe it or not. It's been a fairly quiet one. I am at the moment in the process of trying quite hard to what's the word I'm looking for here? Hello, what happened there? It all went a bit funny then. Yeah, I'm in the process at the moment of trying to set up a radio station, believe it or not. One of the more oddball things that I've been asked to do, and to set up this radio station, I've had to install some software on a computer. This is the first small part of a lot of what we've got to do here, and I don't know if you can see this or not. This is just some mind of the instructions for installing this software on the computer. It's a thing called Rivendell, and when we install it, when we get it working, and I have just got it working, I've been at it all day and I've just got it working. But when it's installed, it will be a very powerful radio automation system, but quite a bit of paperwork just to begin the install of it. So that is Rivendell that we are trying to install on a computer at the moment. It's going to be a network of computers. This radio station is going to have a network of computers. There'll be one for what they call play out in the studio. There will be another one that basically is the heart of the system, a server that will be the heart of the system. And there'll be two or three others that will be like workstation computers, where people add music onto the system and prepare programs in advance of going on air and all that sort of thing. So all that is going to be happening, and that is going to be quite complex to sort out, but we are getting there with it. Regarding the old telephones, we've not done a lot this week. If you're waiting for last week's episode to pop up on Library, sorry, it hasn't popped up on Library yet. What happens is there's an automated system that makes the videos go from YouTube to Library, and the automated system on Library that grabs the videos from YouTube and moves them across is a bit behind, because Library has had so many new subscribers over the last week or so. it's kind of got backlogged. It's not crashed exactly, but it's got backlogged, so it's way behind where it should be. But don't worry, it will pop up there eventually. The thing will pop up there at some point eventually. Right, so this phone that we've got down here, if I can hold it up, this Ericsson wall phone, we will be doing more about that either next week or the week after. We'll be telling you more about the old Ericsson wall phone, including how to wire it, because after we showed it last week and we showed you all the insides of it, we've been asked how to wire it up to make it work. Now it's interesting because it's a magnetophone with a crank handle on the side of it, but I will show you how to wire it up. I will get round to it in the next couple of weeks or so. There's been another thing that I've been having problems with this week. I've been having problems with these. Do you know what this is? This is a very old-fashioned capacitor. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's a very old-fashioned capacitor. Maybe if I put it on the desk, you might see it better. Can I zoom in Streamlabs? No, obviously I can't. Oh, damn. Right, this is a capacitor made by a company called Hunt's. who used to make capacitors, and we've taken this out of an old sewing machine foot treadle this week, because one of the things that I find myself doing is restoring old sewing machines, and this capacitor was in the foot pedal of a sewing machine, because basically what happens when these capacitors fail, the sewing machine can run at full speed without you even having your foot on the pedal. It kind of runs away with itself, the sewing machine. The reason for that is inside the foot pedal is this little capacitor, or a little capacitor like this, and when it fails it kind of makes a dead short across the contacts in the foot pedal, and so the machine runs away with itself. So been changing those. So that's another thing that's been on my list of things to do this week, changing these little capacitors in old sewing machine foot pedals. I was out with the Sheffield Collectors Club yesterday at Healy City Farm. Hello to everybody who came along to that, and we had some of the old sewing machines on display, so that's why I've been changing the thing out, the old foot pedals, to try and get them fully working and that. So there's not really a great deal I can tell you at the moment. There are a few telephone projects that are underway at the minute. Do you want to see another telephone project that's underway? You may have seen this before. If you watch this show regularly, you may have seen this before. But this down here. Right, I'm going to turn the phone around so you can see it. Hang on. There. This is another project. This is an old Teller 150 that is currently in for some work doing on it. As you can see, it's got no cords at all. It's missing its line cord, it's missing its cord to the handset, and it's got a hole up here with two wires sticking out of it. Why has it got two wires sticking out of it? That's because some clown at some point converted it to a table lamp. So it had a light fitting up here, and these were the wires. The original phone wires, the original tiny weedy little phone wires that had been converted to carry 240 volts up them. Not the safest conversion ever, whoever did it, but we're turning it back into a telephone. So this will become a telephone again. It's a Teller 150, this, without the dial, as you can see. So that is going to be something that we're going to be looking at over the next few weeks. We're going to be seeing about getting that done. While we're here, there's a telephone here that you don't normally see, that's normally behind me when I'm on the computer. You don't normally see this way round, do you? But there's can you see that yellow phone on the wall there? That's an unusual one for the UK. Again, I will turn around and try to show you it if I possibly can. Just bear with me 1 second, because it's. Hello, what's happened now? Oh, there we go. There. This is an American wall phone, still with its American phone number in the centre of the dial there. But you don't get these in this country, and that is all wired up and working. Western Electric. It's ready for a clean. It's manky. It's just actually as I got it, and it all wants cleaning up. But I just stuck it on the wall there. But it does all want a very good clean up, that one. And talking of cleaning phones up, remember I was on about products from the pound shop the other week. People saying, what was that stuff that you were using to clean that phone? Can you tell us what it was again? Well, I can. It was this stuff. It was high performance silicone. That's what it was. High performance silicone. And the other one that I had was Car Pride Tyre Shine. Now I don't know if this is coming out the right way around, because as I look at this on my phone that we're doing this from, everything's reversed, all the writing and that, it's all like mirror writing. So I don't know if this is coming out on YouTube the right way around or not. I'm hoping it is. But this is the other one. This is the Tyre Shine. Again, it came out the Pound Shop. I don't think it was Poundland. I think it was what used to be Pound World, what is now One Below. And we used this on the rubber of the this Tyre Shine. We used this on the rubber of a Tele 280. I'm wanting to say it's a Tele 280. The phone, I've got it here actually, the book set, because these are rubber, and as you can see it's still all nice and shiny a good few weeks later. Yeah, it's a Tele 280, it says it on the end there, look, can you see that? So yeah, so Tyre Shine for these rubber phones, it works really well. That's the thing to use them on. Right, so I had better get back to it and back to work on Rivendell and getting this radio station system up and running. Basically what I'm doing at the moment is building up their music library by ripping loads and loads of CDs onto the Rivendell system. It's quite a complex thing to do, and I'll probably do a video about it, about building the Rivendell system, because although there are a few videos on YouTube about it, there aren't many, and there aren't many that are any good or that are current. A lot of them are quite old. So if you're interested in seeing more about radio automation and basically building the software and that makes a radio station work, let us know, and we'll see what we can do. We've got a few people watching now tonight. As I said earlier, it's only going to be a short one today, because we've had a few software issues and things with computers and that today. So I've been sat in front of a computer most of the day today, and I think it's time that I had a bit of a break from it, to be quite honest with you. But we'll be back. Normal service with Andy's Shed Live will hopefully be resumed next week. We're hoping to get back to normal next week. More from the telephones, as I say. Wiring, that Ericsson wall phone, that wind-up one, the Magneto phone. We'll be showing you how to wire that, hopefully next week if I can get around to it. And a few other things as well. We've also got another episode of Escape the Shed coming out. If you're a fan of the ones where we go onto the railway tracks and we walk the old disused railways, we finally got the Plesley one filmed. We finally went out the other day and filmed the Plesley one. It's quite complicated because there's two railway stations at Plesley, neither of which now exist, on two different lines, neither of which now exist. It's very complicated. We think we finally got it worked out. I went out and filmed it the other day. I just got to edit it. So that will be coming out soon. So that's about it from us for now. If you like what you see here, remember you can find us on Patreon, patreon.com/Andy's Shed, or remember you can also find us on our website, andyshed.coldpress.net. So that's about it from me for now. Back to work, basically building a radio station. I'll let you know how I get on. Until around about the same time, 6:30 next week, have a great week ahead, and I'll see you soon.